Assalamu alaikum students and good morning. I hope you are fine and doing well. Now today our lecture is straight lines and quadratic equation. Actually it's a IGCSE exam, IGCSE course, okay, unit 10. Now we will study today 10.3. Okay, how we will solve 10.3, what are the formula that we are using here. Okay, so all these things we learn today. Now, the first and the most important thing here is get the formula. First thing you need to know what is the formula, which formula we are using here. Okay, that is first of all we are using here gradient that is equal to y changes divided by x changes, like y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So it seemed like a slope formula, like as we know that slope is equal to y2 minus y1 and x2 minus x1. Okay, so it's the same. Actually, in this chapter, okay, we have the coordinates, okay, and they just draw a straight line. With the in this straight line, we are just first thing we are just find a right angle triangle, and then after that we are finding its coordinate. Whenever we are finding its coordinate, so it's easy for us to find the slope. Okay, so now here is question number one. Okay, before I start question number one, I will show you a small video clip related to today's topic. Now let's start.
Here we know the slope, the letter for slope is m.
Now here he just tell you the slope. It seems like a gradient. Okay, now he just write here the formula of slope that is equal to m equal to change of y divided by change of x. It's called rise and run. Okay, so here rise is y1 minus y2 or y2 1, because rise means on the top we just start from here. Actually we are just writing y2 minus y1 or x2 minus x1. If we start from the rising, so we also mention here on the top side, if you say it's a y1, so we write here y1 minus y2. If the downside you write here y1, so you just write here y2 minus y1. Means on the top side you just put here first. So the same thing he is doing here. Okay, next thing you will see.
So let's get started.
Now here are the grid table. Okay, so here are the coordinates. It's just a straight line. First thing he just find the triangle, right angle triangle. After that find its, he just find its coordinate. Look at here.
Oh, that's upside down. Okay. All right. Okay. I guess you know we're going to work 4 problems.
If you are watching that video, you just pause your video here, okay, and then you, before he just tell you, you just find the coordinates. You just find the right angle triangle. If you find, it's good for you. Now I will start.
Okay. Whenever you're finding the slope using a line, points f, and you specific point.
Now he just find the coordinates here, because these are the coordinate where it's easy for him to find to make a right angle triangle. From here it's called, here is -6, here is -4, in between this it's -5. From here to here he just find this one. I hope it's a 5 as well. Okay, from here he will draw a line,
and let me go up this line, see if I can. Here's another one right here. Okay, so I have my two specific.
so we just try to find this, try to make a smallest right angle triangle. Okay, as small as you can. There are many other points that are meet, but he just make the smallest one.
Specific points, and I always tell my students, just to keep things simple, once you get your 2 points, find the lowest, start at the lowest of the two. Okay.
Now he just say the same thing. We are just find the lowest triangle, right angle triangle. Okay, the lowest distance slope. Okay, now you will see he will find. Now here he just count the box, how many box he just move up and how many box he just move down, means left to right. Okay, so here are 8, another is 5. Now he write here 5 by 8. So it's easy as well. If you're using coordinates, it's also easy thing, but otherwise there is another method that you can find with the help of coordinate boxes.
Let's look at another one here.
Now, okay, let's start. Now, this is the formula. With the help of this formula, you are finding this one. Okay. First thing that we need to do is, let's suppose we're solving B part. First, we are making the smallest right angle triangle. Okay. Either this one is like that, or if you are making like this, it's also, we're trying to find this one. If we make this formula, is it not wrong? Okay. It's also right. Because if you make a big formula, after this, you simplify and you get the same answer as well. Now, let's suppose here I will make a right angle triangle. Okay, so I just find its coordinate. We have a two ways, as I told you. Okay, you just find the box, count the boxes. Okay, how many boxes from up to down? It's a vertical 1, 2, 3, 4, and here is 1, 2. So you just write here 4 divided by 2. So answer is 2. Or otherwise, here is, you just, this is the coordinate of this point, and this one is the coordinate of this point. Okay, so with the help of these coordinates, you are finding easily. Here is the same thing I am doing here. Now, first point is here, okay, and the other point is here. It's the smallest one. I will make a right angle triangle. So with the help of this, I just easily find. Okay, now with the help of this, we are finding easily. Let's suppose we have a slope like that. Okay, here are the coordinates. Okay, with the help of these two coordinates, let's suppose we are say consider this one x1, x2, or y1. Sorry, y2, x2, y2. Okay, so we are just putting here y2 minus y1. Okay, y2 is what, minus 10, and y1 is minus 6, and x2 is 4, and y2 is minus 10. Sorry, 10 only. Okay, so with the help of this formula, we are finding, like, here is 4 by 6. When we simplify, it's 2 by 3. So it's easy for us to find the slope, okay, or the gradient. Now, same as it is, we are solving the remaining questions. Okay, we just find the smallest right angle triangle, and then we will easily solve this one. Now, next one. Next thing is here, he says the calculate the gradient of the lines that passes both the point. In each case, is leave your answer as a whole number or a fraction in its lowest form. Means he just say, yes, we are just making the lowest possible answer, or in the form of fraction. The answer that your answer will be in the form of fraction, but not in the form of decimal points or something else. Now, it's easy. It's as it is same like this that I show you here. You have two coordinates. Let's suppose this one is A and this one is B. So with the help of this, you can easily find your answers. Here is one example. Like where is y2? Y2 is 8 and y1 is 2. 8 minus 2 and 3 minus 1. So we will get 6 by 2, that is 3. So like that, we are solving easily. Now, last question of this exercise, question number 3. Now let's check. He just tell us this is the slope, and this gradient means gradient is 5 by 15, means slope is 5 by 15. That is in the form of fraction. He say if the car climbs 60-meter vertical, how far must the car have traveled horizontally? Means if this one is car is traveling horizontally, so what is the distance? We just find the distance. So as we know, the formula gradient equal to y changes divided by x changes. So gradient, we are putting 5 by 2 by 15 equal to how much vertical distance does he have? Here is here it is 60 meters. So what we will write here, we are just writing here 60. So divided by x, that is horizontal distance that we are finding. Now, when we are cross multiplying from here to here and here to there, so x is there. So 15, 60 multiplied by 15 divided by 2. So we will get 900 divided by 2. That is 400 meters. Okay, because here he mentioned here it's a 60 meters. So answer is in meters. So thank you so much, class, guys, and I hope you like my video. So